He will. He's done it again.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Let's chop it up. What's happening, family? Welcome back to another quick conversation with King Drew Millions. It's your boy, Mr. Quick.
And I'm King Drew Millions.
Come on.
And this episode is brought to you by Keep It P Clothing, the professional brand, and Harris County Opportunity Center. Yes, sir.
And we have a special guest here with us tonight, y'all. Celebrity trainer, boxer himself, podcaster,
A DJ.
youth football coach.
Coach.
And the list goes on and on and on, man.
Not for sure.
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the world, man. Let us know who you are.
I appreciate that. You know what it is. It's your boy First Klass, man. A man of many trades, of many hats. I try to do them all at a high level. I'm passionate about all of them, and I appreciate y'all for having me on, bro, for sure.
Man,
Pleasure's
bro.
all ours, family. For real.
To be honest, this is like a dream come true for me, bro. I got two people sitting here with me that I've known pretty much my whole life, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all, for me, this episode, like, this is probably the one of ones, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I've been knowing him since I was a kid. Our grandmothers went to high school together. That's how deep. Our great grandmothers went to high school together. So me and him, it was like inevitable. But me meeting you, it was just like I probably been knowing since I was about 8, 9 years old, bro. And yeah, I was like, I got to get you on the show, bro. I got to.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you went ahead and did it and not looked at, Rashard got a podcast. I shouldn't do my podcast. And I don't like when people think like that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do what you got to do to get your voice out and get your mindset out and what you going to put onto the world. So I'm proud of you for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, the first thing is the thought, and then you make the moves after. So I commend you on doing that, both of y'all, and what y'all got going on in y'all aspirations, bro. Keep going up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Before we get into you, I will say, since you brought that up, man, you are inspiration to me. One of the reasons why I decided when you did Jerry, but I will tell you, when you went online and said, I'm looking for a co-host, man, I wanted to tell you I wanted to do it with you so bad, but
why you didn't tell me?
At the time, I wasn't right. My life wasn't together. Like, I didn't, it was timing. So,
man, it could have been,
but I'm being honest. When you asked, I was like, I want to do it so bad, but I just had so much in my life going on at the time that I wouldn't have been healthy for it at that time. But so I watched all your podcasts, and I just sat back and said, hey, man, when the time is right, I'm going to do my own, and then we end up rocking together. But I appreciate
sure. And then you got sometimes you got those guys that don't want to see them friends doing the same thing.
Man,
and
I love it,
and that's why I can talk about it, because I'll be wanting people to know, like, I want them people that really want everybody to make it.
Man.
What Kevin Hart said, he was like, it don't make no sense if I'm the only one rich.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So, like, at the end of the day,
and we're going to dig into that. We're going to dig into that because you're one of the most solid people I know, bro. And so we're going to get into that. But first off, I want to go all the way back, bro. Like where you from, bro?
I'm from the North.
What part?
I'm from Greenspoint, Texas.
Okay.
I grew up on the North, and then I gravitated to the East.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? As I got a little older. So I claim them both. Because one of them, you know what I mean, I'm from, and then one of them kind of made me who I am. I got around my peers that was on the east side, and they motivated me to be kind of a better person. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm from the hood going to the suburbs, I would say. Because back then, I mean, now they not the suburbs.
Right.
Back then, they kind of was the suburbs
when you moved over,
for where I'm from.
Because I ain't gonna lie, it hurted me because I met you on Green Yard.
Right.
Bro, we met in is that Acres Home or?
I couldn't tell you. I don't want to lie to you. It's somewhere in that area, though. It's out Veterans Memorial and, like, the
Antoine
Beltway.
Beltway 8 Veterans Memorial.
It's one
area.
of them. Yeah. We don't know what to call it.
I don't know what hood that is, but...
They call it Northwest Park. I remember that.
Right. And to be honest with you, I know my mom at the time was a single mom. My daddy was in jail, and she ain't had no man. Your mom was a single mom, and you. To be honest, y'all was my brothers, and we never. And what's crazy is we grew up, but when you moved to the east side, like it was abruptly. You know what I'm saying? Like
you telling me, it was
my world. It's like y'all were my brother. That was the first time I was able to spend the night at friend's house.
Right.
It was the first time like my mama let me go somewhere.
I spent the night at his house every day, every night. He probably came to my house one night out the week. I met his house,
bro. Like
the other 4 nights,
man. And so
I tell him all the time, man, his house was the place to be.
What?
I did the same thing. Let me stay at your
snacks and all types of like this. Hey, it's
That's what I'm saying.
Coach, I got 2 brothers eat all the snacks. You one deep. I'm coming to eat your snacks.
And that's why it's like you played a major role in my upbringing coming from that side. Like, you know,
sure,
you
bro.
and your brothers, man, y'all fought for me. Y'all took me in, you know, your mother took me in, you know, and that's when I learned how solid of an individual you are. And I don't know if you remember this, but I want to speak about this. And to this day, you still that same person. I remember, I don't know if you remember the Billionaire Boys. When this was way before Pharrell. I don't know where they came up with this, but this was before. They had a clique in middle school. We went to Shotwell. They had a clique called the Billionaire Boys. And I wanted to be in it. He was already in it. He was just always that cool, just in it. And I remember one day we walking home from school, they going to, I forgot his name, bro, because I don't want to, it was a bunch of people with us. I ain't going to just start throwing out people's names. But it was the DJ house. At the time, he was the DJ. He had to record. You know what I'm talking about? And we walking through the field, and I say, man, I want to be a billionaire. They say, well, you got to get jumped in. And I was like, all right, let's go.
Ain't no way.
And then he was like,
finna go for that, bro.
He was like, what? You really finna fight? I'm like, yeah, I want to be a billionaire, boy. He was like, ain't nobody putting their hands on Drew. He a billionaire, and we finna all go to the house, and we finna rap. Yeah. And I went in there, went to the house and rap. Ain't nobody touch me. Ain't nobody put their hands on me. But at that time, we in middle school. Have that mentality of a leadership, of a provider, of a person that just will stand for him. He was willing to fight. And it's like 10 or 15 of us. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be honest with you. I was like, hey, if he got to get jumped in, I ain't got to be in this no more.
Oh, so you were ready to leave?
I mean, I don't have to. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and watch you get. I've been knowing you way before I knew them.
Right.
I ain't gonna let you get jumped in, and I ain't have to get jumped in.
We never talked about and we never talked. You know when stuff
for sure, but I ain't never.
I never knew he was willing to leave it because that clique was popping.
Nah, for sure. You know what I mean, shit, we the big. Hey, we was them.
Man, but
you know what I mean, but at the end of the day, it's just more. It's more the fact of, like I say, I didn't have to go through that, and I ain't gonna have to. I don't want to skip steps either. Later on in life, I don't want to skip steps. I ain't mad at it. I want to skip the line, to get in the club. But I don't want to have to skip steps. I want to have a same journey as far. I don't want nobody to be like, all right, you had a handout.
Right.
People see my journey and know it was no handout. So at the end of the day, I know it's better on this side of the story. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. But at the end of the day, you know, this. It's not
Where
even.
Did you get that mentality from?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've always been kind of a person that I don't play about me. So if you a part of what I got going on, I ain't gonna play about you as well. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to be the person. Like I always said that I was the reason why bullies wasn't around. Cause you can have these people that want to come in and do this and that, but me, I'm the guy that's like, all right, let's be equal, let's be fair in this shit. Let's be real. Like. Billionaire Boys is popular. The cool kids on campus. Why not let you be involved in that? You my brother. Why wouldn't I want you to be involved in that? So that's how I kind of looked at it. And it's like, all right, like I say, I ain't get jumped in. Why he got to get jumped in? You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to bump, we can bump. Nah, I'll just miss it.
But that one I realized, I say, well, I mean, that's one of many. You know what I'm saying? We used to play football in the concrete, baseball.
Nah, it's crazy though. And I told my old lady before I came here on the way here, I was like this is one of my oldest friends ever. Yeah. So it's crazy to know what he seen, because we friends forever, but I separated from him at an early age. Right. You know what I mean? And then, but we still was able to, because the only other person that's like that is Young Sam.
Right, yeah.
Young Sam is the only other DJ Young Sam. Shout out to DJ Young Sam. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the only other person that seen me in that life.
Middle school and high school with DJ
Young Sam. Yeah, see? So he's the only person I see
that
him.
That really know you
that
from
really
all
know
the way
me from a youngin', and I lost him when I moved. Like you said, it was abruptly. It was to me, like I said, it was to me as well. Like, I'm like, Eastside, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
How did it affect you?
I mean, honestly, I can adapt anywhere. Right, I think I can. You know what I mean? It didn't really. I thought it would. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I just like you said, I went to the East Side and then I came right back to the North. Cause I went to the East Side, got in a little trouble. Some dude brought a knife to school. On the East Side, the Hispanic culture is a little bit more gangster. Yeah. They all think they Scarface. So they tried to, one of them brought a knife to school to try to, stab me. And my mama Fresh Prince me. This whole time, hey, but look though, this whole time I'm telling people that I got kicked out of school. Yeah, we about to fight. I'm hard. But I was like, Mom, you remember when I got kicked out of school because the dude brought a knife? She was like, nah, I took you out of that school. So I was like, Mama, you Fresh Prince me. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, you know what I'm saying?
So where did you end up going? Because you went to
that's when I came to Shywell. That's when I came to Shywell.
Oh, so you was on the East Side before? Wait.
Yeah,
so,
I came back to you.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
I left and then I came back.
Oh, so we went to elementary and
Wilson. We went to Carmichael, Wilson. Right. I left and I came back to Shywell.
Okay. And then you went back
then I went back to Channelview.
Okay. Yeah, that's when you started staying with your grandmother.
Right. I stayed with my grandma at that time.
Okay. I didn't know all that. I see.
Yeah, that's when I was walking to school.
I tell him, I'm like, bro, doing this podcast, because even me and him, when we sit back and talk during the podcast, I'm like, bro, I didn't know you went through that. It's like we partners. Shit. But when you ain't come back,
for sure. Yeah. Nah, so, a lot of stuff happens, and we gonna get to it, but there's a lot of stuff I want to commend you on as well. You know what I mean? So we always use our partners as motivation, not a competition.
Right.
It makes it a lot better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, keep going up, brother.
Nah. So honestly, I didn't even know. I remember you leaving, then you came back, stayed with your grandma, but it's like all this stuff happened. I was just happy that whenever you was back, I was happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, because you.
And we was a little older.
Right.
I was a little bit. I had a little bit more stop playing with me as I got older too. You know what I mean?
And your brothers and stuff, they was my, like, I didn't have no siblings, so.
Like, my older brother was always the dude that people was like, all right, don't play with him.
Yeah.
When I came back, I didn't have him.
Right. It was just you.
It was just me. So I kind of had to step into that role to be like, all right.
Nah, you did. You did.
How many siblings do you have, if you don't mind me?
I have, what's crazy is I have 9 siblings.
Jeez. See, I want to get into that too, because I know you of your mother and your 2 other brothers.
Right.
But then I
met my father when I was 19.
So how was that?
It was cool. When I met him, I thought it was more like I wasn't never that guy that was like, man, I ain't doing this because I ain't got no dad. I ain't never been that guy. You know what I mean? I've always, when I still did the shit that I wanted to do,
right.
And I kind of used not having a dad to be a better role model, a coach, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when I met him, I was like, damn, it's crazy. I'll be honest with you, when my mom first told me, I was like, huh?
So how did because I know us growing up, like, I know mine was in jail, so I thought I knew him, but then I ain't really know. I just know I get them jail calls like, hey, what up, daddy?
I met your dad before I met my dad, for sure.
Yeah. But I remember when he first got out, you was with me.
I was literally with you.
When my dad got out of jail,
he had the whole grays on.
The first ride I had with my daddy, he was with me.
For sure.
My daddy picked me, him, and somebody else, if I can't remember, and we went and got a box of pizza and went to Carrollwood, to Lakewood.
Sure.
That was the first ride.
Sure. And I remember, and that's why I said, like, when you got people that didn't grow up with the father, and I didn't grow up with the father, you get to, all right, this is the first father figure might be able to change or deter my life because I wasn't playing sports then. We young as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we ain't just super young, but we young enough not to have
Right.
met no coach or nothing that didn't already change our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, just getting to the point where I met my father, it was just like, all right, cool. I can build this relationship. Of course, I'm 19 now. Not
Yeah, you ain't a little boy.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So the first couple times you tell me some shit that I don't want to hear, I ain't gonna be that. I ain't gonna be. You can't bullshit me.
Right.
And if I smell it, if I see it, there's no reason for me to. I mean, because at the end of the day, I've been 19 years without. And
so basically, y'all bumping heads at the beginning.
We was. I mean, I was trying to be the guy that didn't. Like I said, I didn't really. And this is just some candid shit. I really don't bump heads with him. I respect him. He could have still not even act like he knew who I was.
So did you reach out to him or he reached out to you?
He reached out to my mom when I was in college. You know, I was playing college football, and I think that he just wanted to kind of know what I had going on. And when he reached out to her, she told me. I met her. I was at Blinn, right? I met Blinn.
I want to talk about that too, but we'll get to that.
So she met me at PV. It's like PV is 20 minutes from Blinn Junior College.
Yeah.
So she met me at PV. My homeboy was going to PV at the time. She told me that your father want to meet you. And I was emotional at the time.
Oh, so she drove out there to meet you to tell you that?
Yeah. She told me about it, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's what's up. But I've never seen him a day in my life.
Not even a picture.
Not a picture of nothing. So it's just like.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? It's like, this dude want to meet me, then I go out there and meet him, and we twins. Like for real, like me and my pop twins.
Cause I started seeing them pictures online, but then that's like you posting a picture with like all these other brothers and sisters, and I'm like, what that happened?
Yeah. So I have 4 sisters and 2 other brothers. So I got 4 brothers in total, which I grew up with.
Did y'all blend in well pretty easy?
Oh yeah, we good. We solid. Me and my brothers, and we all products of him. Hereditary, that shit real. Like a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of it. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that we all kind of all the same people. You know what I mean? They just some of them female, but me and my brother, like my younger brother, right under me, I kind of feel like we twins. You know what I mean? Like we have the same thoughts sometimes. Like when we talking on a video game or whatever it may be, we know what we finna say. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm very, very appreciative for meeting him for them.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Do I think me and him have the best relationship now? We don't, because as you get older, you be like, I'm older than 19 now. I ain't gonna tell y'all my age. But at the end of the day, if our relationship ain't get better since I was 19, then
it kind of is.
It ain't my fault.
Yeah.
And so that's how I kind of looked at it. At first, it's not an issue because, all right, you don't know me, but you see all the stuff that I got going on now, here and there, this and that, and you ain't involved in it or try to be involved in it. But my dad does live in Louisiana. You know what I mean?
It's
still
a
a little, you know what I mean? And the first time he ever really made an initiative to come out and see me, he did it. You know what I mean? He came out to see me for my birthday one year, just surprised me for that. And that's cool. But now it's just like, all right.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm not disrespectful. I'm cool with it, but I don't have to have a solid relationship with you because that's up to you to make that happen.
Right.
You know
I mean, I've seen my daddy up and downs, you know what I'm saying? Because it's transition. Like, I seen him from when he first got out of jail. He wanted to be a dad. Yeah. Then he started, like, I'm free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then he started ripping them in the streets.
Down.
Then I'm like, where he at? Like, I mean, so I get the whole, you know. I'm in the same, but like you say, yours in Louisiana, so I'm in the same. I can imagine if I wasn't in the same state as my daddy, like it'd probably be the same thing. Like he'd be over here, I'd be over there.
He worried about. I mean, at the end of the day, and it's not an issue. That's why I don't want to make it it's not a dad issue. At the end of the day, it's cool. I didn't know you for 19 years, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Were you upset about that though? I mean, did that make you feel some type of way?
I think later on in life it did.
Yeah.
Because I've seen fathers. If I ain't see, like I seen my partners with their fathers and how they can talk to them and reach out to them and be able to ask them for anything.
Right.
And I've never received anything from my father, not one thing.
And I think that's probably why we connected so well, because neither one of us at the time had no father.
Nah, for sure.
Well, I had.
That's what I said. That's
shout
why
out
I
to my
took what I took.
godfather, Uncle Ike. He would come and he would take Rashard or
For sure. He stay in my neighborhood right now.
Yeah. And so
Crazy work.
Anybody that I bring, he bring them. You already know. But outside of that, like biological or male in that household, like I don't think none of us around that time, you know what I'm saying, had it. So we just hung out. We figured it out amongst each other.
For sure. And then and that's why I said I'm one of the people that always built off momentum. You know what I mean? Not to get sidetracked. But I don't let bad stuff deter my momentum. Like I'm going off like, all right, damn, this what happened last week. Now something good happened this week. That's what my momentum is, not the bad shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I ain't never let my father or anything like that ever stop anything I had going on, bro. They don't stop no. What you told me earlier? One monkey don't stop no show. And he can't.
Hey, after I said it, I was like, man, I can't hold my tongue. But after I said it, I was like, man, I ain't have to tell fam.
Nah, but shit, I know the realness and everything, bro. And I ain't doing no tripping. But like I said, man, just to keep it going, when you got people that's like-minded minds,
right.
Like I want to look out and make sure I came out for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't want to be like I'm a bullshit. I ain't never want to be that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? But I don't like the rain either, though.
Yeah. Now, I will say I appreciate you, man. It's pouring down raining out here in Houston. The sky's cloudy.
Said, man, maybe he had been through something like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, see, I can tell you that story. Let's be real. So on the way to my first time ever driving a blend, bro. My first time ever driving a blend. My grandmother and my mother is in the front car. Me and Marquise, which is my younger brother, is in my car.
Shout out to Marquise.
Shout out Big Marquise. And we driving. We going down, what is that, 16? I don't want to lie. But we're just going down the freeway. We're going to blend.
290 going to blend? Because 290 take it to
290 go to blend, but it's before we get to 290.
So y'all ain't on 290.
Yeah, we ain't on, it's 16.
Yeah.
And a big 18-wheeler truck come up beside me. It's pouring down rain and shoot water up on my tire. I'm on the middle lane. I spin like 2 or 3 times. I go off the side of the freeway. I bullshit you not. But the freeway is not like going to the ground and hit it's grass the whole way down.
Oh, so you went off the freeway, but
I'm sliding down the grass. I'm still screaming. You know what I'm saying? Dang. But at the end of the day, it's just like, since then, me and Rain, I always envisioned some damn tires shooting some water.
But I told him that when we got off the phone, I say, man, I ain't mean to press him, but I was like, bro.
Nah, it ain't even that. I say, bro.
Man, he had to have, because the way you was sounding, I say, man, he must have went through something.
Nah,
but
for
I don't
sure.
know what it is.
But at the end of the day, of course, that's a long time ago. Yeah. I've drove in the rain 1,000 times, but that shit played in my mind 1,000 times as well.
People die off that. I mean, and
for real though. If I would have got hit, I ain't in the lane that turned straight to I done turned twice. And then, I don't know how, I think God took a little gust of wind and said, let's get you off this freeway. Yeah. And then as I'm going down the freeway, my little brother wake up like this.
So he was asleep.
Yeah, he sleep. He looking like, and he, Marquise, 6 years younger than me. So he really, I'm going to college. He like, what's going on? I'm like, I got you. I hold his chest down. I'm flipping. You know what I mean? But at that time, that's when the big brother in me came. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just like, but that shit real, bro. That's really what happened. And that's why I kind of just, again, so it's not, I've drove in the rain 1,000 times, but I think about it 1,000 times too.
Man, and I'm glad because you went off to do, was Blinn the first college you went to?
Yep.
So you went to Blinn first, then Oklahoma State. Oh, well, no, what you?
No, so this is what happened. I wish I would have went to Oklahoma State. Shout out my boy giving me them props. But so this is what happened. So I went out of high school, I went to Blinn, and I could tell that story real quick. So my high school, we not good at anything. I mean, basketball, they was kind of good at basketball.
Where you graduate from?
Channelview High School.
Okay.
That's what Jalen Hurts went to high school.
Right. Because you went to, because that's why I want to talk about that. You went to high school with Jalen Hurts, but then you went to Blinn with Cam Newton,
I went to the same high school with Jalen Hurts as Jalen Hurts, but we didn't go.
Oh, y'all went at the same time. Okay.
Yeah. You know, he's way younger than me.
Okay.
That's why he's in the NFL now. If I was in the NFL, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, we went to the same high school, but I did go to Blinn at the same time as Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Y'all played.
We didn't go. He came in a year after me.
Oh, okay.
So a year after my last year.
Okay.
So spring, his first year semester there was my last spring semester.
Oh, okay.
So I got to practice with him and you know what I'm saying, 7-on-7 and things of that nature, but we were never
So what
on the same
year did
team.
you go to Blinn?
I graduated 2006.
I'm saying what year did you start? Because I got a story about
2006.
that. Oh, so you started.
I started my freshman year.
We would have went to Blinn together, so this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We would have been at Blinn together. I was driving down 290 headed to Blinn because they was one of the colleges with my bad grades. They was one of the colleges that's
where I went to.
Sent me, yeah. So my mama was like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Whatever." She was like, "Okay." So me, my mom, and my granny got on the freeway headed to Blinn. My mom wanted to stop and get breakfast. She used to work off 290 at a doctor's office at that time, so she was very familiar with this Denny's IHOP or something. So she's like, "Let's stop here. I got some friends here. We're gonna eat, then we're gonna do." We stop, we eat, and it was an old lady, cigarette smoking lady. It was like, "Where y'all going?" And she knew my mama real well, and it was like, "Oh, I'm taking my son to Blinn." And the lady was like, "Blinn, it's just a community college. It's a waste of money. He might well go to Houston Community College or San Jacinto or something."
Yeah.
And my mama looked at me and was like, "You want to go to Blinn? I ain't got time to be driving all the way out there."
And that's her
wasting my
too. I
money."
love Miss Harriet. I miss her. She know I ain't seen her in a long time. Shout out to her for sure.
Shout out to moms. But I was like,
that's her for sure.
I don't want to go to school. She was like, "Exactly," and drove me back home. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be honest with you, but if me and you was in communication at that time, you would have been on.
I would, but when I realized you was at Blinn was when I went to a PV party and you came down there, and you was like, "What up, boy?"
That's crazy.
And
I
you was
remember
like,
that.
"I'm like, where
Crazy.
you at?"
This
I'm
is
at
crazy.
Blinn.
Nah.
And I went home and got on my mama. I'm like, "Mama, I should have went to Blinn."
Yeah, for sure.
And she was like, "You said you didn't want to go." I'm like, I was a kid.
And what's so crazy is that year at Blinn, we won a natty. I won a national championship.
Man, bro.
I won. You know what I mean? It was going down. King Key Run was there. That's when he.
So that's what I ain't know.
Yeah, King Key. That's why I met King Key Run there. But he had just started kind of getting into his. Like, this before social media was even popular.
Right.
But you could tell he was one of them people that was, people gravitated towards him. You know what I mean? So he was one of them people, and he ended up getting in a little trouble there as well.
Oh,
that's where his story started, where, you know what I'm saying, he got a little trouble and all that. So it was a time where it was, you feel like Blinn was like, you know, that you ever seen Last Chance U?
Yeah.
We was Last Chance U before it got to Netflix, because we had all the guys that got in trouble and this and that, grades, whatever it may be.
Right.
And then you had the excess people on the outside, like Big Pokey went to Blinn.
I ain't know that. Big Pokey went to Blinn?
Big Pokey went to Blinn. Guess
Man,
what?
that's crazy.
Birdman from the NBA.
He went to Blinn.
Chris Anderson went to Blinn.
Man.
Yeah. And then the time I was at Blinn, they had some good basketball players as well. You know what I'm saying? And then you get Cam Newton come through there.
But I didn't know much about Blinn until then. And I was dating a girl one time, and she had a brother or something that went to Blinn, and he did his 2 years there, then went to a university. And he was like, "Why you ain't go to Blinn?" Yeah. And then I had to step. He was like, "You should have went to Blinn."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was definitely a school to where I learned a lot about politics. You know what I mean? Because you got the star players that can do this and that, and then you got the players that didn't really have the star treatment and how they got treated. You know what I mean? And I had to earn everything that I had at Blinn. You know what I mean? Like I started based off like real life thugging it out when people was like trying to punk me or whatever it may be.
Right.
I was the dude that stood up on my own, and I seen the coaches kind of like that. And then it got to the point to where guys was trying to bully me. Imagine that, Andrew.
I already know. You ain't going
like
for
being
it.
real, dude trying to bully me on the team.
Nah,
and I
you
said
ain't
the
never
coaches,
been that tight.
Coaches kind of went for that.
And
they
really,
was
that's
like,
when you gonna get your shine on.
yeah, I mean, I don't want, and I ain't never want to be the guy that look like I want to be the bully
Right,
or
right.
the guy that want to fight all the time. But I'm just not going for the shit that y'all trying to put on me. You know what I mean? Like I said, like real quick, the best player on the team was trying to like bully me for real. You know what I mean? So it got to the point to where I'm like, nah, I'm not going for that. And I accidentally, one time, he walked up in my face, I pointed at him, I poked him in his eye, and they tried to take me, they tried to take my scholarship.
Oh man.
For real.
Behind that.
Just because, again, the politics.
Right.
He's I can admit he's the best player on the team as well. He cold.
You almost injured the star player.
Yeah, they say, oh, you gotta go. You gotta go, bro. You tripping.
You causing too much
problems. Too much. But at the end of the day, it's only because, look, he still snoring. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's always done that. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
at the end of the day,
childhood memories,
but at the end of the day, I've always, you gotta have your own back, bro. I can't be nowhere by myself, one deep at a college, and dudes think they can pump me.
Man.
Where we at? Where y'all said we at?
We at the old juvenile facility.
The whole juvenile facility. It ain't about, hey, at the end of the day, it's just about standing on your own, man. I know you ain't nobody in here want to come in here and let nobody punk them for nothing.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They talking about you on boat when you in here. You know
Nah, for real. And I get it. And it's only because you want to be able to survive it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, real tough.
So did they put you off the team or did they let you stay?
So this what happened. I stayed. Yeah, that was my freshman year. I stayed, and then we won a natty. The game was on ESPN. They ran back my credentials. I had a couple catches in the game. It was cool. My sophomore year, come back. I'm a returning starter. I'm the second. There's two returning starters from the team before. I'm one of the two. We played the first game. I lead the game in catches and yards. And but after the game, the coach was like, I want to move you to the outside guy and move this guy to the inside guy. I had a little rebuttal from that. We was in the weight room, and it just didn't shake out well. And I was gone. I was at home the next week.
Damn. Oh, so that's why you end up, because they.
That's why I left.
Oh.
I left because it was young, dumb shit. But to just make it make sense to everybody, my offensive coordinator, just like when you at a junior college, you want to get recruited just like the coaches want to get recruited.
Right.
So my offensive coordinator, which gave me my scholarship and did everything for me, he left that after we won a natty.
Oh, so the person who had your back,
so the dude that came,
in.
exactly. The new dude that come in, he didn't recruit me. He don't care about me. So he like, shit, I got people that come in that can take your spot. You know what I mean? So he kind of just cut my knees.
So what did you end up going with?
So after that, I went to Lamar. I walk through the Lamar shit real quick. I went to Lamar. I had never did any like drinking, smoking, and nothing like that in my life. Get to Lamar.
Turned up. Hey, Lamar, do it to you.
I mean, it was crazy.
Cushmere, Lurch, all them boys
went to Lamar.
Yeah. It's crazy. Lamar was an experience that I had never seen before. So it was like that.
They weren't partying like that at Blinn.
No. I mean, we was partying, but we was sober. It's a whole nother party if you ain't sober. This shit's fun.
How y'all partying?
Nah, for real though. We never did anything. We just in there. You know what we was doing? That's when the D-Time Boogie just came in.
But y'all wasn't drinking?
Nope. No drinking, no smoking, nothing. But we played football. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing.
Good thing
I didn't.
You ain't come down to PV and I see you.
See, but like when I went to PV, I didn't have to do any of that either because my best friend that played for PV, he wasn't on that. So it's like,
okay.
You know what I mean? He wasn't on that.
So you
I didn't never do anything.
You didn't get your wild party turn up experience till you went to Lamar.
So I went to Lamar.
Okay, let me
I was
ask you
22
this.
years old.
Let me ask you this. So did you go to the Ford Center for Pajamageddon?
Yes.
Please tell me you did.
Yes, sir.
Say, man, that's...
I went to Pajamageddon before I went to Lamar. I was at Blinn when I went to the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was when... But that's what made me go to Lamar after Blend. Because I felt a real college vibe when I went out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this is college right here. Like, you know, I play football and we only just do. You wake up in the morning, meetings, go to class, practice. Now you tired.
I probably would have did good at Blend then.
Nah, for sure. Because I ain't gonna lie, I had a great GPA when I got to Lamar. That shit changed.
Man.
Dramatically.
So where did you pledge at?
I pledged in Oklahoma. I went to Bacon, then I pledged at Northeastern State University.
Oh, okay,
What
okay.
organization?
I'm First Klass, baby, with a K. Kappa Alpha Psi, till I die. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so shout out to the Noops, man. Yo. But nah, seriousness, I want to pledge at Lamar. I even went to Chuck. Chucking is like a pre-pledge. So I chucked at Lamar for a little bit, but my GPA wasn't good enough.
You gotta have your GPA.
You gotta have your GPA 2 or 2.7 to pledge. So I was like, I went to the first Chuck meeting. I'm in there. I went there with some guys that people know. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no names. I'm in there with guys that my line would have been a bad line. If we would have pledged that line, would have been a bad line.
So not only you couldn't play, other people couldn't either.
I mean, some people jumped out for different reasons.
Oh, okay.
Some of it wasn't for them, GPA and or they chose different organizations.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if we would have the crew I walked in with,
your timing is impeccable too, though, because everywhere you went, like every place you went, people are now like popping. Like,
for sure. That's
like
very true.
You was around times where people was bubbling and then came out to be.
Man, y'all don't know how many people, and that's why my story can be so believable. Your story can be believable because I done seen so many people start off. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I done started people off.
Yeah.
I done had, like before in 2017 when I had my radio show. Like you gotta think, radio shows wasn't called podcasts.
I forgot you. Yeah, I forgot you had the radio.
But Ken the Man was on that show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cooley was on that show. D-Lo was on that show. Donnie B. Good was on that show. Like all these people was on this show, and now Ken the Man is at the top of her game. Right. Cooley at the top of her game. You know what I'm saying? People just progress from that time. And I was talking to somebody, because when I did Just Us podcast, they said the same thing. They was like, bro, like you seen so many people, like it's so many people from that era of Lamar.
Right.
Because when I was at Lamar, DJ Mr. Rogers was DJ Mr. Rogers to me.
Yeah.
But he ain't what he is today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew he was the coldest nigga back then.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, now the world knows he's the coldest nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He
so I seen all this shit bubble up.
Some of my favorite parties and clubs was DJ Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
With a Lil B King. Lil B, R.I.P. to B King, but DJ Rogers with B King,
sure.
like, it was like,
sure, he the coldest.
No,
but like I said, I seen a lot of that stuff bubble. I seen Kurt, from the beginning to the beginning. Like I seen, like I was in that 30-minute What Your Name Is session.
What's crazy is I remember the people that made the sound mob, that made the beat. I was rapping at that time.
Right.
And I remember they playing his music in the studio. And I'm like, who is this? They was like, because as an artist, people do it, but it basically like you go to the studio, you're an artist, they play another dude, and you're like, who is this? Oh, that's blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he played this, what's your name? And like, man, turn it off. Hey, here go my money, I'm ready to record, bro. But then all of a sudden, you hear it on the radio, and they're like,
not for real.
Man, and it's a
Kurt
hit.
Kurt jumped off the curb for sure.
Man.
He was one of the ones.
Like, I was hearing a lot of
And I remember you, now that you think about that, I remember you coming and being in some of Donnie videos.
Yeah, I always supported it. Every time you hit me up, and I was bringing my artists, because that's what I was telling him. Like, he was with me, but on the back end, I'm explaining to him, like, man, this entertainment stuff, you know what I'm saying, we done been around so many people, and like I done had artists while I'm managing. One thing I like about what we doing is we doing us.
Right.
Yeah. You can't replace like how Jay-Z say, okay, make another Hove. Like, but when you managing people, like I've had some good artists about to bubble. I remember I had one of my top artists about to bubble, and he was like, I don't want to rap no more. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, we touring, we going city to city, state to state. And then he like, I don't want to rap no more. I'm like, what? I can't rap for him.
Yeah.
If he don't want to,
we wasting time. That's one thing.
time and money
I'm not
wasted.
wasting no time.
And I'm like, well, what do I do now when my number one artist decide he don't want to rap no more? Like, I can't motivate him to get to the studio. Like what do you
for
do?
sure. You gotta, you definitely
playing
gotta
a
put
very
your
unique
part.
lane, bro. It's not many people travel that lane that he was rapping.
And he was in the unique lane. He was doing twerk before twerk music was popping like that. You know what I'm saying? He was bubbling. We was going places. I was like linking up with some big name DJs and everything. Then all of a sudden he just like, I don't want to rap no more. It's like, what do you do when? Because this is not me. This is somebody else. Like,
and that's one thing about that managing stuff, man. Like at the end of the day, you know how my story went. Like, but when it's not for me because you have to rely on somebody else.
Yeah.
And you don't. And when you ain't like, because basically what I did for me was take everything I was doing for him and just.
So how did you start becoming a DJ? Because I remember when I popped up.
I mean, I did the DJ shit just because the DJs in Oklahoma was horrible. I mean, I was at Lamar. We was the people that threw the parties. So we booking Rogers and all the good people to do the parties. Then I go to Oklahoma and the DJ named DJ Bama. I'm cool on you. I don't want you to DJ no more. I've already seen how to do it at a high level. Let me see if I can do it. So the first two parties I did, I ain't gonna lie, like I was getting like real love, like, but I didn't have no name.
What how did you learn how to DJ though?
I mean, I did that honestly.
My homeboy,
his name DJ A. Hines at the time. He always had all the equipment and stuff to do stuff.
Gotcha,
so I kind of just always watched him, and then I was like, man, all right, you can do this. I'd never be as good as him. You know what I mean? He's always been a guy that kind of like was, you know, some people just tech savvy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was always good at it, mixing and mastering and do whatever you had to do that. He was always good at it. So I kind of just took that and was like, man, I can do it though. You know what I mean? So when I started doing it, and then I'm in a lane to where people not hearing, like what DJ Bama doing, he'll play a song, soon the other song go off, he'll push play on the other song. What's going on?
No mix.
No, it wasn't no.
So it ain't no. But they, you know what I'm saying. This
but
2010.
He can get away with it.
This 2010 in Oklahoma. They not doing. And I'm not in like a big city. I'm in a small Muskogee, Oklahoma. Shout out Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Man,
shout out. Exactly. Muskogee, Oklahoma. So so now I done showed them some shit to where, all right, I'm new there. I'm new, and then I come in, I DJ, I do that cool. And then I started bringing snapbacks and dressing cool. I'm from Houston in a
you
Muskogee.
bring that swag.
It's a whole nother different. Yeah. I'm a whole nother. Now it get to the point to where the Noops recognize me.
So they reached out to you.
Yeah, for sure. They like, but they don't know I've already had an interest in it. I didn't think that my school didn't have any. I'm at a Christian school, so they don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Fraternities.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in a Metro chapter. That's why I was able to pledge at another school because it's a Metro chapter.
Gotcha.
So I got to be able. They reached out to me. They was like, So I'm going. This is real talk. I'm going to the interest meetings, but I'm clean. Like I'm not saying this shit trying to be self-centered or anything like that. Yeah. But I'm clean, on some being me, and they telling me.
Yeah.
So now that's not. Now I'm like, you telling me like. All right, I got a little advantage. I've been wanting to do this for 5 years. Now it's helping me get my grades up. You know what I mean? Now I feel like I can make it. You know what I mean? I might go in here and do this for real now. And I'm a guy that if I ever said I was going to do it.
You're going to do it.
I'm going to do it for sure. It don't matter how long it take me to do it, I'm going to do it. I ain't going to give up if I really want to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So did you graduate?
Talk your noise, mama. I graduate next week.
Hey, man.
Pop your shit.
Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? I never give up, bro.
Talk it.
I never gave up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I graduate next week, and that's fire that you asked me like that because that's why I went to Colorado. That was my graduation
that was
gift.
your graduate. Talk your.
Shout out to the lady, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for real though, it was
motivation.
I went to Colorado. She was like, and then Dion fan. You've been knowing that I've been a Dion fan. I got a picture when I was 8 years old with a Dion jersey. I got a collar shirt on.
Playing football in the concrete, boy, thought he was Dion.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, yeah, I graduate next week, and I'm proud of myself.
Man, I'm proud of you.
You know what I mean, for that, because I ain't never give up, and I made a way. You know what I mean? I ain't just gonna sit here and say it was all me. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I still made it away.
But see, that's what this podcast is about, bro. Yeah. Like, anybody out there, man, any kids, any young people, or even adults, man, never stop. Self-perseverance, success, the grind, the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing step in your way.
Nah, for sure. And even with me, like, I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. Everything I do is hope so, or you know what I mean, or you going off of faith and you going off what you think is going to happen. It's not always going to happen how you want it to happen, right? You know what I mean. So I'm a person that you ain't gotta ever limit yourself. I mean, especially as a kid. I mean, if you got to the point where you're a kid and you got these trials and tribulations that's going on in your life, now you got people that's going against you, but you also got motivation in your back to prove a lot of people wrong. Right. And I kind of look at that like, more than anything, I want to prove myself right, but I like proving people wrong as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because
I know you used to talk about the underdogs
all the time, man. See, I love this dude. I'm still an underdog. It don't matter what success I meet. You gotta think, like, when you a person that, like, if I was always surrounded by people that was extra motivating me, telling me the shit that you can tell me, but it's few and far in between because everybody don't want to see everybody doing better than them. When you can still be doing better, like, it's people that do better than me that's hating on me. What kind of crazy stuff is that?
That's, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it happens.
Is it our own people?
Yeah.
It be your own people.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like,
hey, what they say, if it ain't on you, it's in you.
Nah, really.
For sure. You know, every time. And that's the thing about it. Like, I ain't gonna even call it success. Cause success with me is when the popularity equivalent to the dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want the money. Yeah. I'm cool with everybody seeing I'm doing some cool shit, but I want that shit to make sense.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Dollars don't make sense.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you looking at it at the I want to like, I got students and old players that look at my Instagram and be like, man, coach do this, coach do that. You know what I mean? And I want you to be motivated by it. But I want you to be motivated by the right shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, fame is cool, but you got to be able to go out here and change it a couple. Yeah, exactly. You got to be able to change people's lives as far as, because it can look as cool as you want it to look. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be like, I work hard on both sides.
Right.
I work hard, like Harden. Me and Harden cool, but he seen that, all right, I was training there when I first met him. Now I got my own spot. I'm still doing this. I'm still moving forward. I ain't got to train him no more. I trained him 4 or 5 times, but he knew the type of dude I was.
So how did you get into fitness and personal training?
I mean, the pandemic. You know what I mean? I've always played sports. I ain't stopped playing sports until I was 26. So it was like, all right, work out. But the pandemic, I sold cars.
I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't know you wanted to talk about it.
I ain't like when you good at when you.
I called him one. I just do it, bro. Like,
I sold cars for a little bit, but when the pandemic came, of course, that took a little. Ain't nobody coming to buy no car. The shit went up in there, so I had to find my own lane. You know what I mean? It wasn't no work every day thing. They was letting you come to work every 2 days out the week. So I just started working out every day, and people that knew me, they was like, shit, come work out. I mean, I want you to be my trainer. But I was in Dallas. So I was in Dallas, and they was like, they want me to.
Oh, so you were living in Dallas at the time?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't living there. I was just there because it was a pandemic. I just moving around. So at the end of the day,
whatever that means.
nah, for sure.
So did the personal training lead into the boxing career, or you was already boxing? Was that part of the one?
I did boxing as a workout for a while.
Okay.
So I seen how that kind of did me.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it was separating me from working out what other people's doing in their workout. So I was like, shit, if I became a boxing trainer, it would separate me as well. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, let me get you the niche and this and that. And I want to talk about this too, because, you know, I got the gym now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And our gym, we really have the best boxing coaches in Houston, in the world, probably.
I'm going to have to pull up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the #1 boxer in the nation. He's 14 years old.
Yeah, I be saying
We all in trouble. Every single one of us in trouble if we want to try to fight him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being serious about it. And the reason why I'm being serious about that is because that's what my passion is now. Because you went from all that stuff I did, that shit set me up for what I'm trying to do with this right now. Because that's why, like, when I DJ'd with Rogers. I DJ'd with Michael Watts. I DJ'd with all the cool spots, Gatsby, Venue.
Yep.
Social
I remember
Junkie.
walking in the club and he DJing. And I'm like,
I didn't DJ to all these places.
like, what he don't do?
Yeah, and then it get to the point to I did that, and while I stopped DJing, I'll tell this real quick. I got robbed. They stole all my equipment, stole my stuff. So I've told that story a couple of times. That's why I can walk through that. But stole all my stuff. So I stopped doing that. I felt like it wasn't for me. That's when I started. I was like, shit, I gotta go get a real job. I started selling cars, and then of course we get to the
That was a
personal training.
transition, DJing to selling cars.
Yeah, but it was
But
it was still selling me though. I've always been able to sell me. You know what I mean? So selling cars ain't. Once you get the person to believe what you saying, which is a horrible profession. It's a horrible profession. All you're doing is lying. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to be I just don't want to be that type of guy. Yeah. So it was never for me. You know what I mean? Even though I know I made some cool money. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing they ain't finna be able to pay this car off.
Yeah. See, but shit, I tell them straight up, your grandma co-signed for you. You good. And guess what? As soon as your grandma co-signed for you, you made me $5,000. But guess what? You just might have fucked you and your grandma.
High interest rate.
And that's what I didn't like.
60 months, 72 months.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm cool
Then
on
you see
that.
that same car back in the inventory.
And that's why I told you, like, sometimes money can make people be these type of people. It ain't. I love money. I want money, but I can't be no hoe about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that you didn't win. Because I done did a deal real quick. I did a deal to where the dude, his grandma came home. She was like, yeah, I co-signed for, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I co-signed for this and this today. He said, you did what? Let me see this contract. Looked at the contract, probably seen the shit. I promise you, they came up there in 30 minutes. He came up there, tore the contract tore it up in front of me. Nah, y'all ain't finna do this to my grandma. And guess what? He did. You can't do nothing to him after he tore the contract up because they dropped the car off and just left the car there. You know what I'm saying? But he gave me $200 because that's my first deal I've ever done. And he know I'm just sitting there just doing what I was taught.
Right.
And
so
from that
he
day
wasn't really
on,
mad
I
at you. He was just like, this ain't finna go down.
I mean, I ain't know nothing. Because when he came in there and started arguing, I can't answer no questions. I was like, yeah, let me go get my boss real quick. I don't know what's going on, bro. All I did was, she said yeah to this $600 car note.
Hey, man, that
you know
credit,
what I mean?
man.
And we're in an Altima.
Yeah. Nah, this ain't
You know what I mean? And that's why from that day on, even though the money deterred me a little bit on some more, I was like, man, this ain't for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know what I'm saying, I chose my other ways. And now, like I said, you can't really BS business when you got your own business.
Right.
I ain't finna be on you ain't finna, my prices are firm, but if you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, you got this and this you gotta deal with.
I will
I'm
say,
one of them guys that I can work
few
with
of
you.
your, not to cut you off, but I have been to a few, and it is fun. Like,
no, it's a good workout.
You know, it's a group. Most of the ones I went to that he had is a group of people, and it ain't like you at your own pace, but you're amongst a group of people. If you slow down,
need
it's
the
not
motivation from
embarrassing.
somebody else, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you got to get on. It's just like everybody be together. If and then the way he do it is if you finish, he like you done. With what he didn't. All right, you go do this. But he multitask enough to where even the slowest person don't feel left behind.
For sure.
See, I don't
You know what I'm
mind
saying?
trying something like that because I tried that CrossFit stuff. Say, man, my whole body down to my feet was hurting, bro. I say, man, look here, man. I'm not doing this no more.
Nah, for sure. I mean,
I'm
like
not
I said,
doing
it's
it.
like you got to gradually pull people into their working out, bro, especially if you ain't did it in a while.
Yeah.
But I do encourage it. I do think that people need to do a lot more than what they're doing because I'm going to start next week. You say that shit for a year.
Yeah.
You done just took a couple years off your life because you doing everything but working out. You working out.
Yeah.
If working out should be first instead of last.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So at the end of the day, it's a wave though. I think the wave is growing. I think people starting to really get to the point to where they want to be healthier, wealthier. You know what I mean?
No,
so
I am sure.
Yeah.
I'm
You
3
know what I mean?
weeks in the gym now. You
come
feel
on,
me?
3 weeks. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I'm
like
on
I think that
next week.
Nah, next week
I was
might not
doing
never
good at
come,
one
Drew.
moment. I was doing good. Then it just, I don't know.
and that's the thing about it. It's
Working so
easy. The
much.
hardest thing to do is start anything.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Anything to do. The hardest thing to do is
consistent
start.
for a good little minute.
Nah, you was coming to work out with me.
Yeah, but even outside, at one point when I was trying to get in the police academy, I was working out 3 times a day. That was the best shape I was ever in my life. I was running.
Yeah,
a
my
mile in the
boy went
morning.
and jumped down and became you a constable, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, that's what's up, bro. See, that's the type of shit that I was like, man, damn. I gotta do something.
Hey man,
Yeah,
I don't
you
even
a whole
know.
constable out here, but guess what?
real.
This is why I gotta get in the club.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, walk me through this motherfucker. Look,
Hey.
he a whole lot, man. We walk through that motherfucker. They like, who is this nigga behind him? Nobody know me, but he do.
Hey, I feel though, cause now a lot of celebrities come through your gym. How does that feel to be? I mean, it be some of the biggest names come through. Like, is it how does it feel?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's why I said that stuff about the Rogers and the Michael Watts, because I've always been in the position to do that. You know what I mean? And this is stuff that I hate to talk about sometimes because I was telling her earlier, like, I don't want to be known as a celebrity trainer. I would never put that in my bio.
Right.
I'm a celebrity trainer. I'm a celebrity barber or anything like
right.
that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I ain't gonna never limit myself, and I ain't never too big to take the next person. And like I just said, like, if at the end of the day you come in, you want to work out, and you ain't even got the ticket to where I can still try to work with you in your budget. I ain't never gonna. At the end of the day, it's a progression in what we all trying to do. But
see, that's probably
I've
why
always been
everybody
like
feels
I've
good
always
with
been
that.
around that shit though, bro. Like I've always been around it, so it's of course it makes you feel like all the work you put in before, prior to, is kind of getting you your just due when you got like Sauce Walker have been through there, Peso, Lil Jeremy, Stunner 4 Vegas, Kirko come through there every day. You know what I mean? Who else to come through there? Sosa Man, which is my brother. Shout out Sosa Man, man. Like I always want to give him his flowers, man, cause he the one that
TSF,
shout out to the whole TSF because they come through and we gonna start TSF boxing.
Oh, for real?
That's
Oh,
real.
that's gonna be hard.
If y'all come to my gym, the boxes, the bags is TSF bags.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like they not ready.
I mean, they
invested
putting on,
in
and
for
they
sure.
really putting on for Houston, man. I
for
really
sure.
like how they, they keeping the
And they
Houston
want to
culture
punch
alive.
for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just start sparring. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
once you
They
start
wanna put
sparring,
on
that's
the
when you
gloves.
get into the, all right, now you're going to get elite.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I appreciate all of them coming through. Walk
that's
got
probably why they
Walk
like
be having his cyber truck out there, and people will pull up and just want to take pictures outside the cyber truck.
Which
You
is
know what I
helps for the business too, though.
Yeah, hell yeah. You pull up, it's like, cause I'm right off the freeway. Like when you driving down the freeway, you gonna see a pink cyber truck. You like, hold on. You know what I mean? Like you might not even know who he is, but most people do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that shit definitely helps the business. You know what I mean? You walk in there at any given time, you never know who you're gonna see. Cause
That's what I am.
Jalen Brown's old lady, the Celtics basketball player.
Yeah.
She work out at my gym.
Oh, dang, that's hard.
She in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
I seen her. I didn't know who she was
Yeah,
because you know what I mean. I ain't gonna. I love WNBA. Shout out to WNBA,
Right,
but I
right,
wasn't
right.
watching at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when she walked in, I'm like, man, who is this? Because the car she's driving or whatever it may be. So once I found out who it was, she just got the best dressed WNBA player last year, and I'm like, she walking in my gym. That's fire to me, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like the momentum, you know what I mean? Once your momentum is on a up, you got to keep going. And I feel like God keep throwing signs out there to where, all right, yeah, like the right feet are walking in this gym. And we got, of course, we need more feet to walk in there. Y'all come rock with us.
What's the name of it?
Academy.
All right.
Kingdom Fitness Boxing Academy.
Where's located at? What's the address?
We off 59 Lower Copy.
Okay.
Right off the freeway. It's a big white building, close to downtown. You know what I mean? If you want to pull up, the first workout on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I want you to come in and see the vibe. The vibe is dope. Hard work. Like I said, we got the best trainers in the city. And once I can show you King Jr. and all his comrades and all of how they run the gym and what type of skill they have, I think that everything else is kind of like easy to do. Like you're going to believe after you see that.
Right.
Because I've already put my proof. I've been doing this 5 years now. You know what I mean? And my clients kind of speak for me. But once you come in and see what King Jr. is able and capable to do, you know that KFB is on the up and up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think that your young guys that might be able to watch this, y'all show them King Jr. and watch what type of impact he can have for them, bro. Because he's one of those guys that he's a homeschool kid. Only thing he know is hard work. He don't know nothing else. I've never seen nobody be able to outwork him. So I always give him his flowers because I want him to continue to, because he still needs his motivation to be able to keep going.
So how did you end up connecting with him?
You know, me just being an opportunist. I was trying to grow in my personal training journey, and I seen them. One, King Jr. is already famous. So
so before you, he was already coming up.
Yeah. I reached out to him. I was like, man, I reached out to his dad. I was like, man, I really love what y'all got going on, man. He dope. What can I do to come get some training?
Okay.
I want to get trained. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to go get trained by him, I showed him who I was, and he seen that I had already trained Zero. I had already trained Slim Thug. Like, he see that stuff, so he was like, okay, that's cool. Like, we might be able to help each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? King Jr. is 10 at the time. So I just get to King Jr., like, and we locked in. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, his first time ever working out with me, he didn't want to do it. He like, man, I don't want to work out with this dude. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? But now we locked in. You know what I mean? He 10 years old, but now we locked in. And like I say, I don't know nobody that can outwork.
But see, that's one thing about it. You don't do egos and you don't care about, and that's what is the plus about it. Right. Anybody come, you're gonna give every person, from the person down here to the person up here, they're gonna get the same experience. Sure. You're not gonna treat a celebrity better than a regular person or a regular person. You treating everybody with that same love and compassion.
I mean, because you never know what these people took all their time out to come fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like real talk. You know what I mean? I'm one person. And if 10 people can't see me in one day, all 10 of those people took their time out to believe in what I'm trying to give them and whatever it may be. I'm cool with that. Like I'm cool with the genuine respect and love. Like, a lot of people look at, like me, I pulled up tonight, scared of rain and all that shit, because I knew I want to rock with and do what I want to come last week. You know what I mean? But then the day, you know, stuff happens. Right. But then the day, it's more about, I believe in your journey just like I want you to believe in mine. Right. Because what they say, meet me at the top, And we can all, even with the engineer guy right here, we all can meet each other at the top, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
nah,
you never know.
facts.
You know what I mean? So I always look at.
He will. You done it again.
Nah, for real though. I just kind of look at everything when you doing this shit for real. The more people that meet you up there, or the more people that can help you get to the top, the better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I added co-host to my podcast, because I was on there one deep. Class and session was my vision theme. You know what I mean? But I think that it helps me get my type of mentality and my vision out when I get.
Since we back on there, what's the name of your podcast again for the people who watch?
Class and Session Podcast with Nay and Jay Hill.
Bad. Go check his stuff out too, man.
Yeah,
we all out here.
Please.
That's the YouTube handle, Instagram handle.
Yep. Class and Session Podcast with a K. Of course, the K came from Kappa Alpha Psi. You know what I mean? I play at Summer 11, Trade Club, the best fraternity in the world. You know what I mean? Everybody say that shit about that fraternity, but they know. They know that they know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure though. I've been doing that. I'm on my 7th season.
Yeah, man, and y'all doing good. You doing good, bro? Cause I've been watching. I ain't gonna say I watch every single one, but I keep up, and you see me commenting on there after I watch a little episode.
Yeah, I see you just watch it. Yeah, sure
I
did.
watched. I thought that was a full episode. I was like, oh, this.
That was I was just trying to intro Nate to the community.
I think she gonna do good on that too.
Yeah, She one of them people. She's very outlandish. She gonna talk her shit. You know what I mean? She ain't scared to pop her shit. So I'm definitely happy she's gonna be on there. And I needed that female perspective.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we get to talking about certain stuff, and I don't want to go. Like, one time I was on there talking about something. I said something crazy. My old lady and all the producers is in the back. They all women. We said the shit. They standing up behind the scenes. I'm like, what happened?
Hey,
I didn't even know I said it.
Hey, from podcaster to podcaster at this point, bro. We ain't even got that many followers and that many views, and we just started. But everywhere I go, somebody like, I can't believe you said that.
Nah, for real though. Women don't play, bro. That's why I never want to talk about female stuff or anything like that, because I didn't have nobody to back them up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now I do. I'm gonna pop my shit. I'm gonna show them some smart shit.
Say, man, we gonna talk it though. That on here we just chopping it up like it ain't scripted. And
that's what's so good about it.
I know you on your 7th season, so you already know people be watching and they be calling. They'll especially if you know them personally, they gonna shoot you a text or a phone call or the family gathering. They gonna pull you over.
This is my season that I'm gonna probably irritate a little bit. On the personal side,
you gonna be a little more personal on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more personal, because I used to always kind of like, I ain't care. I didn't want nobody to feel like I was talking about them, and I'm not necessarily talking about anybody.
Right.
I'm talking about situations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Telling it from your perspective.
From my perspective.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, once you get to the point to where it's a person that, what they say, the hit dog or a hit dog?
Yeah, hit dog.
Always. Hey, bro, I can't get mad at you. Can't be mad at me.
I'm telling you, your perspective gonna hurt a lot of feelings.
Not for sure, but I've seen a lot, bro. I've seen a lot. You gotta think. I've seen the point to where, like I told my old lady, I'm like, man, Andrew really been my friend longer than a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to hear me bragging about myself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You don't. Some people don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy about some of the stuff that I've accomplished as well. Mm-hmm. So I got to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
But once I can talk to you, once I tell you this and you frowning up at me and doing, you not receiving this the way that I would receive it if you was telling me about you, I see that.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of hard for me to be, like, I want to talk about real shit on my podcast, so I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, nah, you deserve that.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm talking about, all right, I ain't going to say no names. I'm never going to embarrass nobody, but like I said, the hit dog's going to holler. Mm-hmm. And if it's whole shit, it's whole shit,
It is.
I ain't talking about nothing that you didn't do.
Right.
If you did it, you did it.
Right.
And if you take heart in it, if you mad at it, it's because something that you really did. But I know a rebuttal from all that. I know a backhand from all that is a person to tell me something that I've done wrong. Mm-hmm. You You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of always wanted to be like, all right, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you, bro. I've been a stand-up nigga my whole life.
I mean, as far as what I know, you know,
Nobody, hey Andrew, ain't nobody can tell you different about me than you don't already know.
Man, I ain't never went nowhere and I'm being honest. I ain't never went nowhere and said your name and somebody said something bad.
No, they can't.
I've never, and I thought this. It was a few years back. I don't know, it's something you did or whatever, and I was like, man, I don't know if I was watching one of your podcasts or something, and I was like, man, I ain't never heard nobody talk bad about this dude, and I'm like, maybe I just don't know enough people, but I'm like, I done been around a lot of people.
I mean, I don't think nobody can say anything bad about me.
But I know you pride yourself on that.
I've always prided myself on that, but you gotta think, like, if you gotta do some whole shit to get to where you want to be, do you really want to be there?
I don't.
I mean, at the end of the day, like what realness, the real shit make the story better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my journey is crazy. It's crazy. Do everybody know my journey? Nope. They probably think, like, they see me doing all this shit now and be like, man, this nigga Rashard got it. They don't know what I really been through, bro.
Right.
They don't know what I really been through. And I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of stuff I keep to myself for me to tell later on maybe, or just to fuel me forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to tell you everything that I really had to do to get to where I am today.
That might help. That might help you better though, cause it seems like some people that's out, cause you're not a nagger or a complainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
you don't make excuses or nag and complain.
Either,
and I'm be honest with you, even when you kind of were like, I didn't know your back history of the rain situation, but me knowing you not a nagger or complainer, I was just like, bro, just get here, bro.
Yeah,
but like, you not.
Hey, nigga, I don't want to hear you ain't never. I don't care you scared of the rain, nigga.
But if you started,
I get it, bro.
If you started kind of venturing off into that, it might take the mystique away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But and with that being said, you know, I ain't never tell you nothing to make me be like, all right, I'm bullshitting you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the only reason I was really, you know, I'm on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then this get the pouring down. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you said that like too. I'm in the car.
I'm in the car.
I'm in the car.
But hey, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But it's not. You know what I mean? We all got our love. You know what I mean?
Right,
but the end of the day is, I definitely would have felt like a hoe if I would have turned to my street in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what made me keep going instead of anything.
That's what it all. To people out there, if you're trying to do something or you know you're supposed, we don't make excuses. We don't. This is not what we represent on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's pouring down rain in the day. The sky's cloudy. It's bad.
You gotta make it happen.
We made it happen today. You know, we got here. We shot. We all could have went home and we all could have said we ain't doing it today. Let's reschedule. But we made it a conscious decision. We gonna ride it through. You know, and
but not only that, man, it's bigger than us, man, because we don't know who we inspiring in the midst of
the shit show.
Yeah.
That's one thing I definitely learned, like,
for real.
But people been reaching out to me a little bit more now to tell me, all right, yeah, you doing this, you doing that, and I think that's what make me feel like my momentum is where it is now.
Right.
So I was like, shit, I'm going for me. I'm going for her. I'm going for Huncho. I'm going for all my people, but I still got other people that's out there.
Hey, how's it having a dog? I ain't never grew up with no dog. I got two of them.
He used to have a dog, a Rottweiler, stay next to him, and I thought I was gonna be scared of Rottweilers forever because of the dog. That was, man. One day I walked.
I don't know that dude.
I can't remember his name, but I remember walking up to
He had a Great Dane too, because every time you walk up to my door, that Great Dane and that Rottweiler.
They'll try to run it, and one time I forgot. Man, I got so close, but look, I backed up right on time. Little Rottweiler almost killed himself trying to get to me. But I was like, man, I thought I was going to hate Rottweilers forever. Like, this is a dog that I think about when I see my dog to this day.
For real?
Yeah, because
that's crazy.
Because he really, like, you know, I tell this story, this is a real story. You know how they say, you going to run if a dog starts chasing at you? You're not going, the first thing you're going to do is be in shock.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? And he was so close, my shock never turned to the run. But the chain choked him out so quick to where he couldn't even reach to me. So I was like, oh my God.
Because there was a gate, so and we all stayed in duplexes. So
Right.
it's like, it's crazy. They had a subdivision, which is Northwest Park, but then they had one street called Green Yard, Lincoln Green East.
Lincoln Green.
And it's all duplexes. So it's like people that got money, people that's barely making it. One street.
One street.
So, but my door was like when you walk down our sidewalk to go to our house, go to our front door, our gate to our backyard was connected to the neighbor gate. Gotcha. But he had a big Rottweiler and a Great Dane. And the gate was halfway hanging on because they done towed his gate up. He had him on chains.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a Rottweiler looked like a wolf. And he running full speed.
So every time you go to, imagine walking to your house, every time you walking down that sidewalk to your door, you got two vicious dogs.
Oh, for real.
You
say vicious, Great Dane, crazy. He's so nice.
Man, that
Rottweiler was crazy though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Rottweiler was crazy.
You leave out your house, you come in here every single time. And the gate hanging. The only thing stopped them, like you say, they'll jump it, but that chain will pull them back.
That chain will pull their ass back. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he pulled right back at the right time because I showed this was like, I ain't had no face. Yeah. No legs and no face. But for real though, it was just like crazy. But I love Huncho, man. Like, he's a dog that I don't have any kids. So, that's my son. You know what I mean? And I just had to, when I went to Colorado, I had to just separate from him for
I seen you
3
posted,
days.
so you put him in like a doggy daycare?
Yeah, he was in a doggy daycare. And shout out to Pet Paradise. I hope he had a good time there. He's never doing it again. But at the end of the day,
But you gonna start traveling with him?
Why you ain't make him a service dog where you can,
I heard I can do that, man. I'm finna start getting steps to do stuff. Cause like this, it's good that we talk about this stuff, man. It's not, you don't have to necessarily bullshit any situation.
Right.
Like if you able to do it, just do it. You know what I mean? I need to go and make my boy a service dog so where I ain't have to worry about anything. But he 100 pounds. So they don't want him to travel many places.
Man, that don't matter, man. I used to work at Walmart. A lady used to come in there with an XL bully. And I tell you, his head was so big, man.
But she made him a service dog.
People would literally part like the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what they're going to do if they see Huncho for sure. I'm telling you. No, anywhere we go, they in awe of him. He's not no little dog.
Because I'm being honest, I never wanted no dog. My wife just buys stuff. Like, we got rabbits, we got dogs. Like I just come home and she be like, babe, look at the
we got rabbits.
Like, man, I swear to God, I come home and there's pets and dogs. And the kids be like, I want a dog, I want this, I want that. She brought a turtle home one day. I just come home to it, but she always be like, you act like you don't like it. I look like I never do your dog lay in the bed with you and stuff?
Yeah.
Like I never like my mama, she don't do animals.
Yeah, for sure.
So now I'm laying in the bed, I'm sleep, the dog licking on my head, and I'm just sitting there like, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, Ace Ventura.
For real.
And I'm like, and then I see you posting your dog all the time.
But but at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean? You need that little companion. Because like at the end of the day, as you get older, with I ain't gonna say success, because it sounds like it might sound like somebody hating on you or not. Or some rich shit. But when it come with that, like I said, Huncho don't care what I talk about.
Yeah.
I can't sit and have the same conversations with my partners that I wish I could, but I can sit and talk to Huncho about anything. That's just being real.
And it seem like to me it seems like they be
man,
listening.
Yeah, he listening. You know what I'm saying? My son. Nah, but then I'm just being real, bro. Like
and
you
he'll
need
protect
that.
You too.
You need. Oh no, you.
Yeah,
I ain't like you can't nobody in there come in there and do nothing to me.
That man's best friend is real.
Yeah. He a Rottweiler. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I say this, like, you want to be able to tell everybody everything, but you can't.
Yeah.
I can sit there and tell him.
So he like a therapist.
But just say this being real. You say shit to yourself.
Yeah.
And it sounds cool, but once you say it in the atmosphere, you be like, damn, It's not. It might not be more as important
What
anymore.
you be telling Huncho, man?
Everything. I gotta tell him something, and then I be like, all right, yeah, I don't need to tell everybody this. You know what I mean? I don't gotta tell everybody this. I could have
Huncho be
just
hitting
kept
you
that
with
shit
the
to
side
myself.
eye like, what?
Huncho, he probably do think I'm crazy. You know what I mean? I think everybody kind of think I'm a little crazy.
I think once you release it into the universe, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna hear, like, you gotta hear it out loud sometimes.
Yeah,
You be like, damn, that was dumb. I ain't had to tell everybody that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just be having little conversations with them because I be proud of myself. Or you don't want to, like, I say this on my last episode of my podcast. You don't want to get to the point to where it sounds like you bragging about the shit.
Yeah.
You might not be bragging, but you don't want to make it get to the point to where you are.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, this is something that just kind of not breaking news, but I ain't really told nobody that. I was just told I could tell now. But I'm doing a YouTube series, like acting.
Oh, for real?
I kind of always wanted to do that, right?
That's
you know
hard.
what I mean? I think
Hey,
every
breaking
real
news,
nigga
man.
wants to.
Once again, breaking
heard it here
news.
first.
No, for sure. I think every real nigga kind of want to get in their own lane of doing something in that aspect.
Right.
And I ain't gonna get into my role or anything like that.
Got you.
But once you got this momentum going, and you want to spill it on, like I can tell her everything, and she might be tired of hearing it as well, but she ain't gonna never tell me or ever show me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I be telling people stuff now. When I'm a guy that can go in there and talk. I made my own podcast. That's why I can talk, right? You know what I mean? But when I get to the point where I done told you some shit and then you done made me don't want to talk to you, that's tough on me.
Yeah.
Cause now I'm acting weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's just like, I want to bring that up to be like, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm always keep going, bruh. So you gonna be either tired of hearing me, or you gonna start loving what I'm going.
That's probably why we so good too, cause our birthday's the same month, and we can't hold our tongue. I have to let you know how I feel. Cause me and you talk about that all the time, like, bro, if I can't sleep at night if I don't express my feelings. I'm like, bro, you gonna know how I feel. Like, I cannot. If I don't like you, or if I don't like something you did or something, I have to express.
I think it's healthy for relationships if you do it like that too.
Yeah.
I mean, but it sounds like I said earlier, bro, it's a little bit more than momentum at this point, man. It's like a flow. It's like, you know, when you see somebody in their zone, bro, you in your zone, bro, and you man in that thing, man.
Appreciate that.
Stay down, you know what I'm saying? Keep it
I
up.
treat it like momentum, but I appreciate that. Like I said, and I would be a fool not to look at it at both sides. That's why I can say I've always done it. That's why I can bring up the old shit I've done. But I use momentum as something that keeps me going. Like, all right, what I'm gonna do next? Like I never.
That's a good question. What are you gonna do next?
I don't know.
It seemed like you done
my
done
shit.
it all,
My
man.
shit. I mean, my shit is like, you never know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I love about it. Yeah. Like, you never know what's gonna be next.
He told Huncho, he just don't want to tell us.
Yeah,
Huncho know.
But in our seriousness,
we're going to interview. We're going to interview Huncho.
Look, I'm finna be real with y'all. I'm finna let y'all know how this shit really go. When Social Man came through my gym, I was excited. I'm like, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. The next week, Sauce Walker came. The next week, Peso came. Then nobody came for 2-3 weeks. And then Kurt came. And then the WNBA chick came. And I'm like, this shit ain't, you don't never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But it keep getting bigger and bigger to the point where now it's like, I don't have an expectation, but I hope that it's gets big. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I ain't gonna never be down if nobody else nobody else come in there.
Right.
But do I see Slim Thug, Bun B, all them walking in there, Propane, all them walking there? I see all that happening because they see their peers walking in there as well. Like I done seen my gym go viral. Like, I got a video I can show you. Sauce Walker saying this the best boxing gym in America. You know what I mean? And that video did numbers. You know what I'm saying? But once you come in there, until you come in there and you feel a vibe, you don't know that.
Right.
You come in there and feel that vibe, you be like, all right, I'm a little bit more in my mind. I know a little bit more about fighting, defending myself. That's what I want from this shit. I want people to come in there and leave real reviews on not just the aesthetics and the shit that we got in there,
just
but the vibes.
Yeah.
And you say you out 59 lower copy, right?
Yes, sir. 59 lower copy
Pull
where
up on
the
that man,
vibes
man.
are
Pull up.
immaculate.
Hey, man.
And you never know what you and the people that come in there, the celebrities that may come in there, it's regular people in there at the same time they in there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody give a damn about nothing but the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put
That's
work
what's
in.
in there. We in there working. You know what I mean? And we making people better. Like KFB, our whole slogan is "We make champs."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what we on. Like when King Jr. turned 16, he's gonna be a pro off the rip. Like I train, and this real talk. Shout out to the Grandy twins. Y'all know the Grandy twins.
Mm-hmm.
I canceled they session because I had to come do this podcast tonight.
Man, you for real?
I'm dead serious.
Oh man.
But that's
I appreciate you, bro.
but they know that.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? But I said all that to say, you don't know what lane you gonna be able to really reach.
Right.
But they know what I do. And they know that, all right, yeah, I'm serious about my brand as well as their brand.
Right.
So they're like, all right, let's change it from Wednesday to Friday now. You know what I mean? Instead of doing Monday and Wednesday, they're going to do Wednesday. And they respect, and that's what, you want to get to the point to where, because that's what I want to do for y'all. I respect what y'all got going on, right? You get to the point to where you got your own brands and what you doing, you want people to respect it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing stuff that people not doing.
Right.
It's never been thought of. We in a jail cell. We in a jail right now, right?
Right.
We shooting a podcast.
We shooting a
It used to be,
podcast,
you know
and
what I mean?
we changed the.
We
jail
shooting a
cell
podcast here. You
into
got
a
rooms to
studio.
where you can learn different trades that people really need. They can go change lives with.
Right.
Food banks.
Right.
Clothing.
Right.
Like this is stuff that's new to the community, but y'all doing it. And y'all started it, and y'all should be, you know what I mean?
Right.
Happy for yourselves and happy for the community that y'all might be able to help coming up. Because people don't know what y'all gonna do in the next 3 weeks. Imagine 3 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where I want to give y'all flowers on what y'all got going because I love to come in and be wild about shit.
Yeah.
I like to come in and be like, all right, this is what's up. Like, damn. And it's not competition. It's motivation.
Right. Motivational Mondays. That's what I said I'm going to start doing. Motivation.
Yeah. Motivation Mondays. Y'all shoot on Mondays?
Mentor Mondays.
Mentor Mondays, Motivational Mondays. There's a lot of M's. You use your hashtags to get your views.
Mentor Mondays.
But now, in all seriousness, bro, I think everything that y'all got going on is very, very dope. And I think that eventually the world will be put on to it. And we're in an era to where the more you doing your positive shit, is the better.
Right.
Of course, the world is going downhill. You know what I mean? It's going downhill, but when you got people like y'all, you be like, damn, we still have a chance to make a play. You know what I mean? To kind of go in and, all right, yeah, these dudes doing this on a positive level, they can help these people that need help.
Right.
Clothing and stuff like that shit important to kids, especially little young black kids in school. Like they care about their image and stuff like that. If you can come up here and be like, all right, I wore this 2 times last week, I come up here and get a shirt, that's fire.
Yeah. Now I know kids that dropped out simply because they ain't have clothes.
Nah, for sure. You know what I mean? And that shit real. That's why I say y'all giving people an outlet to do all that stuff, man. You should be, you know what I'm saying, very proud of yourselves. And then, again, also just starting apart and not letting what anybody else you know had going on deter you from not doing that. I think all that stuff should be talked about as you go. Because it get harder.
Yeah.
It get harder. Like this shit, like you gotta still be around for season 7.
Yeah. You're not.
You know what I mean?
Pop
your shit, Rashard. Pop your shit. I'm season 7.
Pop it, season 7, man.
But I'm being real though. You gotta you can't come out here and drop all this knowledge off and be like, y'all doing this for the kids and doing all this and you stop.
Yeah.
Because the biggest lesson is, I tell everybody is, in all my shit I did, Nipsey said it best, I just never quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I never quit. And with my shit, I think everything gets better. As far as the podcast get better, my personal training gonna get better. So as far as y'all, the clothes might get better. The venues might get better. The kids might get to the point to where the families might get to the point to where they believe in this system a lot better. That's why I say you stick around for 3 years, bro. Y'all never know, man. Y'all might be able to start these worldwide. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it all starts with a thought. And I think that with it, because I've never seen it. You know what I mean? Y'all probably seen somebody do it before. But I think with that being said, hey, shit, do 1,000 of them, bro.
Nah, I ain't never seen nobody do this before. And that's why I wanted you really to come. I'm like, you gotta come, you gotta see what we doing.
Hearing about it and seeing it is two totally different things.
Two totally different
things. Because it's just something that you can't really explain. You can't really draw this picture. You gotta actually show this picture.
Nah, for sure. And that's why I appreciate the tour. Knowing, like, I watched the movie earlier, bro, and I just was like, man, what I want my, because I seen y'all seen the clip where Mike Tyson asked the little girl asked him about his legacy.
I ain't seen that one.
Yeah, so the little girl asked him about his legacy, and he gave a crazy answer. It's viral right now. Like I
seen the clip, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so basically he was like, yeah, my legacy is I don't care about legacy. I'm a dying. I ain't gonna never be here no more. And this is a little girl.
Yeah, they were saying he did a dark response.
Right, he gave a dark response, which the realness in me understand where he coming from.
As a grown man,
you know what I mean? I understand where he coming from, but I look at legacy like what I'm doing when I'm gone, and I'm still able to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he knew what it is, but everybody be forgetting that Mike Tyson a little slow. I think they do forget.
But the thing is, okay, Mike Tyson is a household name because of his talent or whatever, but to go off what you saying, he ain't never been the sharpest tool in the toolbox.
Right. I mean, he just never have been.
But the reality is...
But people be trying to be acting like he was a philosopher.
Right. They want him to... I think the people want him to have like his last fight. Honestly, he did it for the money.
Right.
He didn't do it for his legacy.
He
didn't. It was nothing for like philanthropist legacy. No, he did it for the money. But at the same time, like, no disrespect. But that's why I say I rock with you so much, because all of us sitting right here, we don't live off of fame and fortune of what other people got.
Right.
I respect Mike and all his contributions to the boxing world, but at the end of the day, I don't look up to him for my own personal guidance. Right. I have people.
Why would you?
Right. So to say that, like, I don't respect nobody that will like, even what we got going on now, we trying to give hope to the community, hope to the youth.
Her response was so player. Cause she was like, I'm from New York too, just like he from New York. So if he was trying to scare me, I wouldn't have been scared. And and she young, but she's very talented. You know what I mean? Shout out Jazzy. I don't know her or anything like that, but I know what she's doing is very like kids. That's something that you can definitely show for some kids. They'd be like, there's like-minded minds that's around her age. Like somebody that's out there is able to break those boundaries and go out there and do that shit. Like it ain't easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's getting to the point to where she's getting to the top of the top. That's why you're able to interview Mike Tyson. But I really think that legacy is something that should be way more important than what he tried to make it out to be.
Yeah.
Because just real quick, I asked King Jr. what his whole goal is. And he said his whole goal is to make his kids rich. That's legacy. It's nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't making your kids rich unless you did something while you were here.
Well, that's probably not to play devil's advocate, but that's probably why Mike feel the way he feel. Then his kids rich.
I mean, well, shit, they might not be either though, because if they was, he wouldn't just fought.
Well, damn.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's why he's saying what he's saying, because while he was here, it wasn't. But we ain't gonna make this a Mike Tyson thing. But I
yeah.
Now one of y'all can name me nobody Mike Tyson beat.
Holyfield.
He lost to him.
He lost to Holyfield.
You can't show me or tell me nobody Mike Tyson beat. He's not a
What, Buster Douglas?
loss. I'm telling you, bro. He lost. He never beat nobody, bro. Only people he beat were bums. I'm just being honest with you. Mike Tyson is not, he's not that guy. And that's what I'm getting at.
Well, this coming from a boxing person who
and I know everything
boxing.
about boxing.
You study boxing.
For sure.
I tell you who else I seen that you boxed with. I moved around with him a little bit as Chris with the braids, light skinned.
Chris. He bald headed now?
I think he might have cut it. Well, he had braids back then when I was growing up, but he light skinned it. But he be boxing.
Yeah, I know you talking about.
When I seen y'all post a picture together, I used to move around with him back in the day, and I was like, oh yeah. That's
and that's the thing about it. Like, and I started boxing with him.
Oh, you started boxing with him?
Yeah, he was my trainer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know y'all started together.
No. When I started boxing, he was my trainer.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you started with him.
But now I'm just saying, like, now I'm saying, like, now it's like we, like, you know what I mean? We kind of coincide with the shit. Like, he'll come work out with me, I'll go work out with him. Yeah. And it's dope to see people like that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, he could have looked at it like, oh, man, nigga trying to take my lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to rock with him, but shit, I train his son right now.
Oh, for real?
But I played football. He's a boxer, so I used to go to him for boxing. He bring his son up for me for football.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I can always appreciate real guys like that, bro.
Yeah.
Cause it get to the point where, cause the first guy I ever rocked with in this personal training shit, his name is You lucky I don't say your name. But he was a mentor for me at first.
Yeah.
Like, I reached out to him like, man, I'm trying to get into this lane. And he right back like, yeah, come do this. Let's do this. All right. So I went and worked out with him a couple times. And then I ain't no patient guy. So I went and got it. I used what I knew then. I went to a gym to where All In Sports, shout out to my brother Justin Allen.
Mm-hmm.
All In Sports is like one of the best gyms in Houston. But they didn't have no boxing trainer at the time, so when I went over there, they ain't never seen the stuff that I was doing. So they was like, come through.
Yeah.
He didn't, my mentor, he called me, was like, man, you moving too fast. And I'm like, bro, I don't really even know you like that. I don't let people talk to me like this. You know what I mean? Like, just being real, like, if anything, you should have said, man, congratulations.
Yeah. And that's the problem. This. Like, instead of bringing you in.
Like, man, he wanted me to be under his wing forever.
No.
But catch up, brother.
Hey, man. We out here moving.
Catch up, brother.
We out here moving at God's speed.
Exactly.
Get in or get left behind.
And one time I worked with some guys that this would really happen. I worked with some guys that he didn't like, I guess. They was on two different things. They doing boxing, but one's doing boxing for fitness and one doing boxing kind of like to teach self-defense. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
So once I went to the guys that were teaching boxing for kind of keeping guys in shape, women mostly.
Right.
Because women don't come in, they don't want to fucking fight. They doing this shit for fun, to be in shape. Right. So once I did that, he that's when he reached out. He was like, man, you ain't got to work with them, And that's when I'm like,
nah,
that's not the type of person I am. Yeah. I can work with you, work with them, and then this
you ain't finna put me in no box.
Yeah. And then in Houston, I'll be honest with you, personal training, they all kind of like egotistical. I can walk at every gym in Houston. That's my ego. Everybody can't do that. Yeah. All personal trainers can't walk in every gym. I can walk in every gym. If I can't walk in your gym, you hating on me. I ain't hating on you. That's different.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean? So if I can't walk in your gym, you showing me that you have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
because fitness should be the goal, and we can
right? Why
accomplish
we
that.
all doing it? Like it's too many people in Houston. Y'all say Houston packed all the time. Why is we in competition about clients? That should never be an issue. It should be one goal. Of course, money is the main goal.
Yeah.
But if we are working out people, and if your product is dope, you can sell it.
It's gonna sell itself.
Absolutely.
You did?
Hey, you know
what?
what? We're gonna end it on that.
Nah, real
hey,
talk,
if
man.
your product is dope, it's gonna sell itself.
Facts.
Legally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking about legal shit.
Legally.
Everything legal.
Everything that we talking about is about success.
I think at this point in time, bro, I think every time I talk, I be trying to help somebody be successful. And I think if a nigga hating on me at this point in time, nigga just a hater.
Yeah.
And I love that for myself because, again, every time I go on a podcast or every time I'm on my podcast, it's always talking about how you can help yourself, help others. And I appreciate y'all letting me come on and
man, bro,
spit my
gotta
shit.
come back, bro.
No, for sure, man. I could do this all the time, man. Y'all finna make me a co-host on this motherfucker.
Yeah, come on with
Hey,
it, man.
man.
Real talk.
Nah, for
First
sure,
Just
man.
wanted you to, I watched a lot of your podcasts, but I do know, like, I wanted you to tell your story. You know, I wanted to hear people know about you because I know you. You know, and I know a few other people, like you said, that know you, but a lot of people don't know your story, know your background.
Nah, it's good to hear that the stuff that I think about myself, other people that really know me think that. And I appreciate that, bro. And because like I say, bro, I've always prided myself on being on the right side of the tracks. And I ain't like that bullshit not for me. So
and you've done it very well, and I appreciate you, and I thank you, and we giving you your flowers, man. You're doing something very great, very positive, and I see you changing a lot of people's lives, you know,
Sure.
and young and old, you know, you becoming the go-to person for fitness, boxing. You know, I know you still got them other things in your bag. If you want to start DJing again,
Chicken,
you know,
chicken.
you might start.
I want to do that for sure. That's what crazy.
Open up a car lot service. I don't know. You just got it all back in the bag whenever you're ready.
That's a rough thing.
Yeah,
for sure, man. I definitely want to start back getting in that DJing shit, though.
And the degree on the way. So
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying?
I'm proud of myself with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Go on get the masters. You know what I'm saying?
Look, the masters is crazy.
That's light
So
work.
keep going. I'm like, hey, man, that's my line. I don't want to keep going to school.
Dr. First Klass.
But the thing about it is, like I said, I might go coach for a year or two. So, you know what I mean? Once I get into that, if it's another step, I know I am. I ain't never content with shit. So I might. You never know. I appreciate y'all letting me come on, though.
Man,
Bro.
I thank you for
pleasure's
coming,
all
man.
ours, man. You
For
know
sure.
what I'm saying? So kids, you know what I'm saying? You see it, you heard it, you know what I'm saying? Use this man as motivation for you to keep going as well, man. Hustle and motivate. And there it is, another quick conversation with your boy, Mr. Quick.
And King Drew Millions.
Sure.
He will. He's done it again.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Chop it up.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Let's chop it up.